little personal aside, I can't express how much it meant to me when CPR was first getting kicked off to have support coming from Carrie all the way over in the Tampa Bay area. And I wasn't sure email could even go that far in those days. But to be starting a little germ of an organization and get the encouragement from him, and we just compared notes, and we couldn't remember how we got connected. But the CPR was only a couple of months old when we did. And I quickly found out Carrie's stature within the eminent domain law world of Florida, and it was very, very encouraging for me to have that encouragement. So thank you, Carrie. And if we could bow our heads in prayer. Oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come. We give thanks for this day. We give thanks for the bounty of this earth. We give thanks for this great land and the freedoms it affords us. We ask your blessing and guidance as we go forward, and pray this time will be used to inspire each of us to fulfill the role you have planned for each of us, so that thy will may be done and thy kingdom come to earth as it is in heaven. Amen. It's my honor now to do a few special recognitions, and to start with, for making this lunch possible today, for underwriting it and making it possible for y'all to come here. Special thanks to Gaylord, Merlin, Ludovici, and Bing for underwriting the lunch today. And also for the law firm of Bricklemeyer, Smoker, and Bolvay. If you could please give a round of applause. And for some others who went above and beyond to help organize it and get the word out. For Campbell McLean from the Gray Robinson Law Firm. Is Campbell here yet? Okay. And also a special note for Fred Linhart, who is a partner of the Gray Robinson Law Firm and also has been a board member of CPR since our very early days, and how he helped spread the word around as well. And is Manny Papalis here? Manny, please stand. Manny donated significant time to CPR and to the cause of property rights in the recent filing of an amicus brief with the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, in a case that involves oceanfront owner rights. I think you'll hear more about it later today, so I won't go into it. But it is scheduled to be heard in December, and we really appreciate the efforts you put into that. Thank you. And Ron Weaver. Thank you, Ron. Of the Stearns Weaver firm for his support in making the event possible as well. And is Dan Malloy here? Dan is the president of the Tampa Bay Area Home Builders Association, and was also very helpful in helping us put it together. Thank you, Dan. And we also I'm proud to say that the Coalition for Property Rights enjoys an excellent relationship with the HBA in Tallahassee, and how they've worked shoulder to shoulder with us on every one of the issues that we've been involved on a statewide level. And that's very important to know that kind of support is there. Well, CPR was formed 8 years ago because I'd have about 25 years of experience in basic agricultural and commercial real estate efforts, mostly based around the Orlando area, and enjoyed a successful career, but I became frustrated. And I saw, and my cohorts saw, all around us, that people, just like us, were having their property rights trampled. Now, it could have been an environmental issue, it could have been a NIMBY issue, it could have been a bureaucracy issue, it could have been a growth management issue, or any number of other blanks you can fill in there. But people and their property rights were being routinely separated. And in talking with my associates and friends, we'd say, isn't it awful what happened to Larry last night at City Commission? And we say, yep, it sure is. But what we were thinking was, it wasn't me. Well, Eventually, you know what? It was me. And then, eventually, it was my client. Eventually, it was you. You've been in this business for a long time too, and you've been impacted. And eventually, it will be your client, your friend. And I would ask my friends, shouldn't we start standing up and speaking for others when they're in front of these kind of issues? And to a man, we all agreed, yes, we should speak up. To a man, none of us did it. Until there was CPR. The Coalition for Property Rights is the voice for property owners. And CPR doesn't care if you're a farmer, or a builder, or an investor, or a homeowner, business owner, and yes, even developers have property rights. We are committed that everyone who is an owner of property in this country and in this state has certain rights which we're entitled to, and which we have, and which are the foundation of America, and the reason America is so great. We believe that whenever one property owner's rights are abridged, we all lose. And that's called a vicious cycle. But what we strive for is whenever one property owner's rights are defended, we all win. And that's a virtuous cycle. And CPR is committed to being the agent to create that virtuous cycle for Floridians, for people who have property in Florida. CPR is here to empower and encourage all property owners to be part of that virtuous cycle of defense of private property rights. Private property rights, the single right from which all of our other rights flow. For the last 8 years, the founding and growing of CPR have been the ride of my professional life. For this intensely private citizen who suddenly just couldn't take it anymore, it has been an incredible ride for me. And I owe much thanks to everyone who supported the effort. But my job in the beginning, and the clear outline for it was, I was to build the framework, I was to lay the foundation and get it built to a level where it could support professional people doing this work on a full-time basis. And I'm proud to say and proud to introduce that we now have that executive director, and that's Carol Saviak, who's been with us now for 5 years, who's brought us to new levels. Indeed, she's brought us to statewide prominence and even to national recognition. Please welcome Carol Saviak.
I'm thrilled that everybody could be here today. This has been an idea that Doug and I have shared for almost 5